Welcome to TV Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: Trump claims special counsel Jack Smith and his family despise him. NFL International Series, how to watch the Indianapolis Colts vs. New England Patriots game in Frankfurt. 3 babies die as Israel besieges Gaza's largest hospital, health officials say. How to get the effects of a lion without sleeping for longer. Matthew Mott admits some aging England players face line in the sand moment. Trump claims special counsel Jack Smith and his family despise him. CNN. Former President Donald Trump has continued his attacks on special counsel Jack Smith, accusing him of being a deranged and Trump-hating prosecutor. Trump also claimed that Smith's wife and family despise him more than Smith does. Smith is overseeing 2 federal cases against Trump related to his alleged mishandling of classified documents and his role in attempting to overturn the 2020 election. Trump's attacks against Smith are partly based on the activities of his wife, filmmaker Katie Chavigny, who donated to the Biden campaign and produced a Netflix documentary about Michelle Obama. Trump has appealed a gag order issued against him in his federal election subversion case, arguing that he should be allowed to speak freely and criticize possible witnesses in the case. NFL International Series, how to watch the Indianapolis Colts vs. New England Patriots game in Frankfurt. Yahoo! The Indianapolis Colts and New England Patriots will face off in a game in Frankfurt, Germany as part of the NFL International Series. The game will air on NFL Network and can be streamed on NFL Plus. NFL Plus offers a subscription for $6.99 per month that provides access to live local and primetime regular season games on mobile devices, as well as live audio and NFL Network. Other streaming options for watching the NFL season include Fubo TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, ESPN Plus, Sling TV, DirecTV, and YouTube TV. Amazon Prime Video also streams Thursday night football games. 3 babies die as Israel besieges Gaza's largest hospital, health officials say. CNN. Gaza's largest hospital, Al-Shifa, has gone out of service after being hit by a shell strike, according to the Ministry of Health, which is controlled by Hamas. The director of the ministry says the hospital is under siege from Israeli forces. The Israeli army deny that the hospital is under siege and say that they are engaged in ongoing intense fighting against Hamas in the vicinity of the hospital. How to get the effects of a lion without sleeping for longer. Telegraph. Sleep expert Dr. Guy Meadows says waking up at the same time each day and getting exposure to natural daylight is key to feeling more alert during the day. Opening curtains or going for an early morning walk can help wake you up and make you feel more energized. Exercise is another way to wake up your body and brain, and it can even improve concentration and decision-making throughout the day. Taking a short nap, between 10 and 20 minutes, during the day can also help you feel more refreshed, but it's important not to nap too late as it can disrupt your ability to sleep at night. If you find yourself needing a lion at the weekend, it might be a sign that your sleep habits during the week need to be improved. Regular sleep patterns are important for overall health and can reduce the risk of conditions such as cardiovascular disease and dementia. Matthew Mott admits some aging England players face line in the sand moment. The Independent. Matthew Mott, the head coach of the England women's cricket team, has said that the team's disappointing performance at the World Cup could be a line in the sand moment for the aging side. England arrived in India as the reigning champions, but finished the tournament with 6 defeats and 3 wins. Mott accepted that there will likely be changes to the squad and said that individual conversations will be held with the players. Captain Jos Buttler said that there would not be a drastic change of playing style like in 2015, but suggested that the team would push on. The world must prepare for Xi's next move on Taiwan. Bloomberg. This article is a roundup of the most popular stories published by Bloomberg Opinion. The topics covered include the impact of TikTok on the publishing world, Saudi Arabia's financial investment in Lucid, Bridgewater's believability issues, Nintendo's approach to movie adaptations, the potential rise of Indian single malts in the whiskey market, the economic risks associated with New York's Metro-North, the downfall of Sam Bankman-Fried, the connection between the war on Hamas and inflation, and the need for a single QR code for global payments. Why it's so hard to stop neo-Nazi public hate parades. The Sydney Morning Herald. Police in the Australian state of Victoria have charged a man with making a Nazi salute, following the introduction of new laws prohibiting the gesture. The ban on the Nazi salute came into force in the state on October 13, after a group of black-clad men made the gesture outside a court. The group had been protesting against the jailing of 2 members of the National Socialist Network, NSN, for assault. The NSN and another far-right group, the European Australia Movement, have recently staged a number of provocative public stunts, including interrupting political rallies, making anti-Semitic and racist comments, and performing the Nazi salute. Mobile rubble and a 4-story spiral staircase, how production designer Simon Elliott built all the light we cannot see. The Toronto Star. The production designer for Netflix's All the Light We Cannot See praised the rubble unit that helped create the destruction scene in the show. Since the town in which the show is set could not be destroyed, a lightweight modular system was created to make the rubble piles for the show. The series is set in a town destroyed during World War II, and the rubble piles were essential in creating an authentic set. UFC 295 Embedded, Number 6, Lock Us in the Cage, It's Going to Be Absolute F*** King Madness. Yahoo! The UFC is back for its regular fall trip to the Big Apple, and the popular Embedded Fight Week video series is here to document what's happening behind the scenes. Nicolas Cage is at his very best in savagely funny comedy. The Guardian. Dream Scenario is a film directed by Christopher Borgli that explores the themes of fame and the cost of it. The film follows university professor Paul Matthews, played by Nicolas Cage, who starts appearing in the dreams of strangers and gains viral celebrity status. However, things take a dark turn as his presence in dreams becomes threatening, and the public's reaction to him changes. The film is a satire that showcases Cage's talent and humor, but loses some of its bite in the third act when it targets cancel culture. Ladies and gentlemen of the 6-degree world, it is I, Dr. Six, your trusty observer and purveyor of all things newsy and quirky. Today, we have quite the mix of headlines for you, from political spats to international sports and everything in between. So, buckle up and get ready for a whirlwind tour of the news. First up, we have the former President Donald Trump, who seems to have a bone to pick with special counsel Jack Smith. According to Trump, Smith and his family despise him more than anyone else does. Well, isn't that special? It seems like Trump just can't resist stirring the pot and making headlines wherever he goes. On a lighter note, we have some sports news. The NFL International Series is taking its talents to Frankfurt, Germany, where the Indianapolis Colts and New England Patriots will face off. If you're a football fan, make sure to check out the various streaming options available to catch all the action. Who knows, maybe you'll even see some gridiron magic in Deutschland. In more serious news, we have a heartbreaking story from Gaza, where the largest hospital, Al-Shifa, has come under fire. The Israeli army denies accusations of besieging the hospital, but it's a tragic reminder of the ongoing conflict in the region. Our thoughts and prayers go out to all those affected by the violence. Now, let's talk about something we can all relate to: sleep. Sleep expert Dr. Guy Meadows has some tips on how to get the effects of a lie-in without actually sleeping longer. Apparently, waking up at the same time each day, getting some natural daylight, and exercising can help you feel more alert and refreshed. So, next time you're feeling sluggish, try opening those curtains and going for a morning stroll. Your body and brain will thank you. In the world of cricket, the England women's team is facing some tough questions after their disappointing performance at the World Cup. Head coach Matthew Mott has hinted at potential changes to the squad, and captain Jos Buttler has vowed to push forward. It's a line-in-the-sand moment for the team, and we'll have to wait and see how they bounce back. Moving on, we have an interesting article from Bloomberg about the world needing to prepare for Xi's next move on Taiwan. It's a thought-provoking piece that delves into the geopolitical implications of this potential conflict. So, if you're into global politics and love a good game of chess, give it a read. Now, let's switch gears and talk about something a bit more troubling. The Sydney Morning Herald reports on the rise of neo-Nazi public hate parades and the difficulties in stopping them. It's a disturbing trend that highlights the ongoing battle against hate and extremism. We must always remain vigilant and united against such ideologies. And finally, we have some behind-the-scenes scoop from the production designer of Netflix's All the Light We Cannot See. It turns out that a rubble unit was used to create the destruction scene in the show. Now, that's some creative problem-solving right there. Well, my lovely audience, that's all the news I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this tour through the headlines and found some interesting tidbits along the way. Now, it's your turn to join the discussion. What are your thoughts on these news stories? Do you have any burning questions for me? I'm all ears, so let's get chatting. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonderful world of news. Dr. Six out. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.